Hello there and welcome to my playthrough of the 2018 Harebrained Schemes BattleTech game. Today I'm going to be tackling Flashpoint mission Hearts and Minds. And this brings us to the Capellan March, which is actually the home area of the Dust Counters. They're actually from a planet called Mendham, which is just south of this particular planet or system, which is Shaunavon. I think that's how you say that. But we're very much on the the fringes of the Capellan and Federated Suns border. So it's quite a big war zone around here, as you'd expect. Two powers that do not like each other and are eternally struggling for that land grab against each other. And Shaunavon, if that's how we say that, is very much in the firing line, and it's actually related to the story that we're going to get thrown at us today in this particular mission. We'll talk about that in a second though. First up, let's just have a look at what we'll be dealing with today. So we've got a 2 skull out of 5 mission, so it should be relatively straightforward. As I said, we're on a Shaunavon today. We are being employed by the Fed Suns. I think this is the first mission I've ever done for them. Even if we take into account random missions, I don't recall ever doing one for the Fed Suns. Very much not surprising though, given that they are in the top right hand corner of the map, and we generally kind of focus on the centre, which is where the periphery powers are, like the Oregon Reach. I'm hoping though that I can make friends with the Fed Suns. That kind of buys into the Dust Counter lore. They are pretty friendly eventually with the Fed Suns, not so much in the early days of the Dust Counters because they actually steal a mech from them. But as we kind of progress through the ages or through the years, the Fed Suns become a pretty decent allied force for the Dust Counters. And I'm going to try and reflect that, I think, in this gameplay. I've kind of decided early on that the only 2 powers that I would really consider allying with are the Fed Suns and the Magistracy of Canopus. Probably would have included the Taurians in there as well, but very, very difficult to become friendly with the Taurians given that we were at war with them for so long. Anyway, so on to the engagement today. It's short, so it should be 2 at max 3 drops. There are no consecutive deployments. The bonus reward is an uncommon weapon, and there are tonnage requirements in this mission, so there will be, at some point, might not be the first drop, might be the second one, where we will be restricted by what mechs we can take. And we're against today the Emerald Dawn, and that very much looks like a Capellan-inspired logo here. And if you can see the bottom there, where we have got our FedCom liaison, Alexandra Cunningham. She is telling us here that it's a pro-Capellan insurgent group called the Emerald Dawn, threatens to destabilise Shaunavon's political landscape. House Davian will reward you handsomely to neutralise this terrorist threat. So, given I'm trying to kind of get on the good side of House Davian, I probably won't do anything to jeopardise that. Usually you can get story arcs thrown at you where you can betray your employers. I am really going to be pro House Davian as I'm going through these flashpoints, and I'm going to try and hang around in this area of space to do quite a few jobs for them, because I really would like to pick up some momentum with that relationship. Probably at the expense of the Capellans, because we are generally in in the good books of the Capellans at the moment. But you kind of find that you can only really, keep 1 or 2 of the major powers happy, because by making them happy, you're doing jobs against the other, either the Great Houses or even the periphery powers, and that can really damage your relationship. So let's go ahead here and begin. So hi Orbits, and I think this is the first time we've heard from Alexandra Cunningham. She's got a very nice headdress on there. So, welcome to Shaunavon, Commander Durant. I'm sorry to have dragged you out to such a dreadful system, but necessity compels. The Capellan March, not a nice area, really. I think it's kind of an afterthought for the House Davian and the Fed Suns. It's just kind of their, line of war or line of attrition, whatever you want to call it, against the Capellans. As you may know, we are standing in territory that once belonged to the Capellan Confederation, much as most of this area did. Mendham certainly did. That was a Capellan planet up until I can't remember the exact year, but it's like 200 or 300 years before 1325, 3025. Sorry. So yeah, it's very much like a bit of a land grab in this particular region, with planets swapping quite often. Anyway, unfortunately, a sizable minority of Shaunavon's population would like nothing better than to return to Liao rule, which I guess is a thing. I always kind of thought that Mendham was very much like a pro-Federated Suns planet, and given its very close proximity, but I guess there are going to be systems, which I don't know about because I don't know the lore of those planets, where they do have kind of sympathizers towards the other power, in this case the Capellans. Of course they would. You annex their damn planet. Okay, yeah, Yang is a Capellan. That must be noted before we continue. We saved them from the government that kept them in a state of abject poverty. House Davion brought the people of this system wealth, culture, and opportunity, and they've repaid our magnanimity with vitriol. She's got a very nice vocabulary. I'm exhausted. It's exhausting dealing with these people. Sometimes I wish that we could just pack up and leave, but that wouldn't be fair to the majority, who see our leadership for the gift it is. I always think this game is like really like anti-Fed Sons. I think whoever made this, not saying that they're like pro-Capellan or anything like that, but the Fed Sons in this are like so exploitative, I think, in the missions that they do, which is fine. I mean, that is definitely a side of, not Fedcom, sorry, the Federated Sons, if I said Fedcom then. I always get those two like powers mixed up, and Fedcom doesn't actually exist yet, so forgive me if I keep doing that. But go back to that original point. Yeah, it always seems like there's almost like an arrogance to them, which there is. So I'm not like bemoaning the writing on this. I think it's a legitimate way to kind of like sell the kind of House Davion. But I just think sometimes it's like, okay, you're pushing it slightly too far now. Like in terms of all the like the great houses, I think that House Davion are the one that actually do give a damn about their populace. They're kind of saying that here, but you just don't believe them. It just feels like political spin. So it's kind of I think it's a cynical version of House Davion, let's put it that way. However, again, I'm not going to say that that's necessarily wrong, because House Davion, they can be as Machiavellian and nasty as all the other powers, and there is maybe a nice sheen of PR for what they do. Anyway, so let's continue here. As you can see, the political situation in the system is precarious. The ongoing management of Shaunavon is like a never-ending hearts and minds campaign. Speaking of PR, if our responses are too weak, we lose the confidence of the majority too strong, and we run the risk of radicalising the minority and spurring them to violence. Thus, when a rebel group must be curtailed, a certain degree of deafness is required, and you want us to deftly curtail one of these groups. One of its leadership, Tiesa Navaja Caucus, and her husband, Matthias Bishop Crenshaw. These are Liao zealots, veterans of the Prefectorate Guard. Together they oversee Shaunavon's most dangerous pro-Liao political organisations, the Emerald Dawn. For a public relations standpoint, an attack on the Dawn itself will be disastrous. They have too many supporters in the community at large. But if Nocus and Crenshaw would be removed from power swiftly, quietly, with a low tonnage lance to avoid drawing attention, then the Emerald Dawn could be neutralised. In time, who knows, perhaps it could even become an asset. Sounds like a tall order. From what you've just told us, this Emerald Dawn is full of people who hate you. Ordering the death of their leaders isn't going to change that. No, but the installation of a more sympathetic leadership might. Of course it will have to happen in the right way. The performance aspects of this operation will need to be on point. PR doesn't factor into your job description, so I'll spare you the details of our outreach plan. But you see what I mean about cynical? But you need to know that when the job is done, I'll be making a public appearance on the combat site. Therefore, it's absolutely imperative that your part of the operation go without a hitch. If you're looking for a guarantee, I can't give it to you. Warfare is inherently unpredictable. Sensible answer. I'm counting on you to compensate for that. On the orders of the royal family, my dropship is loading and ready to fly. Camera crews are already in position to live broadcast my arrival. If I had any choice in the matter, I wouldn't be doing this. Left to my own devices, I'd leave Shaunavan without a backward glance. But as I said before, necessity compels. That's as true for the nobility as it is for anyone else. Good hunting, Commander. Fight with vigilance and skill, and above all, eliminate Crenshaw and Norclus. I cannot stress this firmly enough. They must be dead before I descend on the combat site. I'll keep in touch to the best of my ability. Cunningham out. I guess we're carrying out assassinations in service of House Davian's propaganda machine now. Can't say I'm a big fan of that idea. I mean, say what you will about mercenary work, at least it's honest. That's right, it is, and that's why we're going to play this like we always do. We accomplish the mission, satisfy our client and get paid. If Lady Cunningham wants a stage of PR exercise in the rubble afterwards, that's her business. Back to your stations, everyone. Let's get this job done. Right, talking over them, let's get into this. So we're in an assassinating the urban area today. There are tonnage restrictions as well. As Lady Cunningham was saying, then she wants we've kind of been imposed with a light tonnage restriction here because I guess if you're landing with 4 assault mechs, that's going to draw a lot of attention to it. Whereas if you just, maybe 4 light and mediums, not so much. So in terms of negotiation, I think we'll just max out cash. I usually do in the tonnage restriction ones because it means you're not getting that much like good equipment or like mechs thrown at you. I am kind of running a little bit short of funds now. Maybe that's slightly hyperbolic, but I'm under 10,000 C-bills, 10 million C-bills, which is a far cry from, I think I was well over 20 million at one point, but I've just spent a lot of money on equipment and mechs and things like that. So let's go ahead and accept here, and we'll just clear everyone so I can discuss who we're going to take today. In the first instance, I think I am going to take the Wolverine today. Wolverine's a nice, like, command-esque mech. It's got the comms system in there. It's got a nice LRM spam and a UAC 2 double plus. I think I might have changed that considerably since the last time I played this, but I just can't remember. Maybe. If so, then you can see there, running it now slightly differently. Damage level on this isn't great, but it's just there to kind of skirmish from afar, add that extra like comm system in, and maybe like try and draw a little bit of fire from the opposition, given that it's a 55-ton mech and therefore has like decent levels of armour and structure. So I think we will put Boudica in Callisto today, in the lore that I write for the Dust Counters. I've written for them when I was a teenager anyway. Callisto is actually Boudica's first mech and is a Wolverine, so very appropriate there. I can't remember if it's the 6R she uses. It probably is. That's kind of the generic Wolverine like variant that you can get. Second up, we're going to need 2 tanks here. So let's bring... let's have a think here. Should we bring the Kintaro? Don't even know if we need something that big. I think I'll bring the Hunchback as like the pure tank. Change this a little bit, I think. I can't. It's been a while since I played this. I kind of recorded the last one about a week ago, and I did the tonnage restriction recording maybe 2 weeks ago. The last one that I did for that. So that's a little. I think I've changed a few things. I've been flying around space and having a little go on this game, but I haven't done any Flashpoint missions since. So. I can't really remember what I was running before on these mediums, but 2 M lasers and a UAC 10. Very, very nice for a Hunchback. Drop the traditional UAC or the AC 20, which you usually get on a Hunchback, and gone for a little bit more heat management on there. UAC 10 is an amazing weapon anyway, more than compensates. I also, I think I was trying to get like another UAC 20 plus or double plus because they're a little bit lighter, but all I had on tap was the UAC 10. So I think in the Hunchback today, I think I was just looking for someone who's good at shooting. I think we'll bring Darkstar, not run him for a while. Next up, we're going to need another tanky-esque mech, and if I put the Enforcer in there, I think that means I can get another 45-ton mech in. Enforcer is not strictly a tank. In fact, not a tank at all, because it's got a Gauss Rifle Plus and 2 ERM lasers, but it still packs a real punch. I think I am going to put someone who can shoot really. So I'm going to put Vortex in Lucy today, the Enforcer. Then finally a 45 to mech. I also have the Raven on the books now. Still haven't had a chance to really kind of use it though. I really want to kind of have a mess around with that. With the what is it called here, the X1 EW equipment, just to see exactly how that works. Then I probably will run it at some point during these flashpoints. But right now, I think we'll actually use the Phoenix Hawk instead. Nice level of, brilliant level of speed actually on the Phoenix Hawk, and a nice punch as well with the L laser and the 2 M lasers. And in cricket today, I think we'll put Talon. So that gives us the full 200 tons there. So let's go ahead and deploy. I do love the urban missions. They are very, very good. They look great. All the kind of roads and the buildings just like give a real extra like what's the word I'm looking for? Battlefield beauty. You know, that like you're not just kind of playing on the plains or in the hills or something like that. There's lots of things to hide behind and to jump on. Definitely the best maps in this game, and worth the DLC as well. I think you have to pay maybe like. Guessing it'll be between maybe like $10 and $15 now. I think I got it ages ago, and I got it in like a sale, so I think I got it relatively cheap, but well worth it. In fact, all the DLC I think in this game is pretty good. We're actually doing all the DLC at the moment because the Flashpoint missions are DLC in themselves. If you were just going to get one, get the Flashpoints. They're amazing. I think the kind of urban missions and the I think I can never remember what it's called. Is it Heavy Metal, where you get some like extra mechs? They're obviously cool as well. But I think the one that really makes this game proper BattleTech are the Flashpoint missions. They are by far the most interesting thing I think across this entire game. So here we are in the urban setting. My camera. Oh, here we are. I'm going to say my camera looked to be malfunctioning, but I think it's just waiting for the text box. I've been picking up sporadic hits on the Leopard sensors. Commander Lady Cunningham was right. Crenshaw is definitely moving through the AO. He's got bodyguards, but there's too much interference for me to get a read on what they're piloting. I'd recommend exercising caution when you make your approach. Okay, so this is Bishop. I don't know who you are, but if you're here on Cunningham's dime, I'd recommend giving my lance a wide berth. If you step within our sensor range, I won't hesitate to mow you down. Cocky, isn't he? Lots of swearing in this. Let's see where that gets him. Go to it, boss. I'll be cheering you on from here. I thought he was like sympathetic to these guys. Capellans. Right. So, just going to sprint everyone up here. We've got that big advantage of being smaller mechs with lots of speed. So we can sprint around, get lots of evasion chevrons. So yes, I just run to the trees. That's always my de facto kind of position. But you can see we're going to have 3 lots of enemies. So we've got a Vanguard, we've got Outriders, and we've got Bishop. Oh, so that'll be 2 Lances and then the actual target then. So that's going to be 9 mechs, or thereabouts to kill. Boudica, you are in Callisto today. Now, for the eagle-eyed amongst you, you can see that Callisto is moving in the light initiative phase. That's because Boudica is a specialist on the tactics skill, and she gets that extra push, or that extra 1+ in initiative, which is super useful. So I think I'm just going to jump her in. I'm not really scared of anything here, so we'll see what else we've got on our radar or sensors. We've got a 25-ton mech, we've got the Jenna there, which is the 35-tonner, and there's a 20-ton over here. So nothing really to worry us. Very nice heat management there. You can see that a jump and an alpha strike basically generates very little heat. I don't even know if I've got any heat management on there. Probably, I'm guessing no. Just don't need it. If I do have heat management on there, I'll probably go and take it off because it's just not necessary. Something with a large laser, so that's probably a commando. And so 3 of my mechs are jump capable here, which is very, very useful. Yeah, I'm not really bothered about the Locust. It's got 1 machine gun, sorry, 2 machine guns and 1 M laser, so let's focus in on this Jenner. That was pretty hot, as you'd expect. 2 extended range M lasers and the Gauss rifle with a jump. We've generated quite a bit of heat there, but that's fine. I went for the ERM lasers because of their range. Obviously, it really complements the Gauss rifle very, very well. We should be able to finish this guy off, actually, I think, here. Ooh, we got a stray shot on the on the leg there of the Locust, so that knocked him down. Ouch. Unfortunately for him. We may be able to finish the... Oh, actually, no, we can't, because she doesn't have a multi-shot. That was a brutal shot there. I think if he had 40, yeah, he had 40 then on the armor and 20 on the structure, so that's 60 points, which the UAC delivers. So perfect for that leg shot. It means that he can't run around our ankles now and do any damage. I am going to try and destroy the Jenner though, because it's still got a full complement of weapons and can do us a little bit of damage here. Not anymore though. That's him gone. If you get light mechs thrown at you, you really always want to focus on Jenners. They are really dangerous. They're probably the best light mech in the game. Dare I say that? There will be counter arguments to that, but I just think the Jenner is superb. I think in this game as well, the Panther is really quite useful. Commando's good as well. Love the Raven, if I can ever get it to work. I just love the Raven, how it looks. So if I can play that at some point, I certainly will. There are specialist light mechs that are good as well, like the Firestarter, I think is very useful. And Callisto here is taking a little bit of a hammering, but she is holding up very, very well. Now, Darkstar, he's in the Hunchback, isn't he? So we'll allow Lucy to shoot first. Should get some decent percentages here. Yeah, let's take that. We'll drop... I think we'll just give it the Gauss rifle, actually. Good enough. Gauss rifle is a magnificent weapon. Looks like we're being shot at by something over there, maybe? I didn't really catch where that was coming from, but that's fine. Now, we'll try and just get rid of one of these evasion pips. I kind of want to get rid of the one with the L laser, so that's you. Lovely stuff. And a stray shot. Very nice. That was just to get an evasion pip off for Darkstar, because he's going to go and... Oh, no he's not, because he can't... Oh, he can get a shot on. That's good. Terrible percentages, though. I think we'll do a precision strike here, because why the devil not? Oh, lovely stuff. That was glorious. That should have taken out his L laser. I think it's on one of the arms, I believe. It is indeed. He's got no weapons left. And we can just ignore this guy, and we'll just instead focus on this 2D commando. And here they are. So we've got more reinforcements coming up. Looks like more light mechs. Darkstar should be able to really give the pain to this guy. 45% on the UAC 10s because of the recoil, but we'll go ahead and take that. Nice. We only needed one shot there. Oh, well, there you go. I was going to say, we only needed one shot to kind of do away with most of its weapons, but we ended up wrecking it anyway. This guy can't do anything because he doesn't have any weapons, so let's just go ahead and ERM laser this chap. Oh, we missed. We hit the whatever that structure is behind him. That was quite funny. It kind of I think went to either side of him and then hit the structure behind. Wasn't expecting that. Boudica is usually a pretty decent shot. There he goes anyway. So, we've now got the Vanguard to destroy, so I presume this is going to be another lance over here. We'll put Callisto... I might try and do a little bit of flanking here, so let's sprint. Oh, she can't sprint actually, she is up on the structure. Go back in the trees, and might even do a cheeky sensor. We'll just get in there. So I think there should be another Jenna or a Panther, another Jenna. And a Javelin, which are pretty useless in this game. They're fine as like light support mechs, because they can carry like LRMs and things of that nature, but not the best. So we've drawn them out, so they're in a lot of trouble now because we've got cover and much better mechs. So these guys are in for a pretty nasty day here. Got terrible percentages on that. Jenny, I think we'll just go for the Javelin instead. Not sure what that was, but some of the flak hit the building in front of us.
Waiting for orders.
Let's go ahead and alpha strike this chap. Nice. Talent now might be able to put the final blow on this guy. Unfortunately, we can't give him any more structure damage because we don't have any structure damage. Sorry, stability damage. Because we don't have any stability weapons there, but we did get 3 nice shots off, destroyed its right hand side. I do really think stability damage is king in this game. Super, super powerful. It's like you can... I think that and heat are really like underutilized like mechanisms, if you want to call it that, in this game. I love them anyway. I think they're both like fantastic. I've not used the heat as much as I probably would have liked, like during this playthrough. I think I remember one like priority mission where I did it, but generally I really like to kind of use a mech that can shut another mech down, or you give it so much stability damage that it falls over. Why that's super important or super good when you're talking tactically is it forces your opponent to kind of reassess. So they can be charging in and trying to outflank you, but if you give them enough stability damage, they really don't have much choice other than to kind of run away and do like a, you know, like go prone or go into brace or whatever they call it in this, which is brace. Yeah, because generally you know, when you've got them on the run like that, you can then go in for a pincer kill. So it's super, super useful. Right, now, I think with Lucy, we'll cool off and get rid of that heat and do a physical attack here. She's a 50-ton mech, is Lucy. She can take a punch, so I'm quite happy to kind of expose her on this like road here. Javelin's gone up high now, so both the Jenna and the Javelin are up on the buildings. Now we can actually do a very, very naughty manoeuvre here. I love doing this. I don't know if it'll actually work. Should work with the UAC, yeah. I don't know if it'll work with the 2M lasers though. It does, very nice. Or ERM lasers, I should say. So that was great. Destroyed, I think, a leg there of the Javelin. Got some flak from some AC2, so that may be a blackjack back there. We can't see anything on the sensors just yet though. And, not sure what to attack here now. We've destroyed the Javelin. That was the falling from the building was enough. I think I will go in for a physical attack here. Drain the rest of the heat on the Phoenix Hawk there. Nice, very good. This is a very like typical Capellan force, even though they're not strictly speaking Capellans. Capellan sympathizers, in that they are using light mechs. That's a very, very Capellan thing to do. They do like their light mechs. I like light mechs as well, especially on tabletop. They're very, very good. I think if I had to choose a weight range, I probably would go for medium. I really do love my medium mechs. Right, what have we got here then? Ah, so we've got... there was a full Lancer, so there's a Panther back there. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to destroy that building to kind of take him off his cheeky little perch here. We can only use the UAC 10 though, but we get it. Very nice. Get the leg damage in there and then force him to jump and fire the PPC again. So he probably won't be able to... I may not even be able to do that due to the heat management issue. Now I'm going to run Vortex just up here. And I'll be careful of this structure, this coolant exchanger, which is very useful if you do blow it up, because you can then sit in the coolant like you sit in water. It's like green gunge is coolant in this game. Orange, I think it's kind of true of BattleTech in general. I think it is kind of a green like fluid. But what you don't want to happen is to be in the vicinity of it. And I think the vicinity of this building is anything in like this area, like where this fence is. So I think all my guys are currently safe. I think that's the case. Anyway, I've never really kind of discovered exactly how that works. Lucy, though, I'm going to precision strike some legs here on this blackjack. Hopefully, oh, well, we just missed with a Gauss rifle, so that's not good. Yeah, I always, if I've got an assassination mission, I always try to kind of focus in on legs just to really kind of destroy their ability to run away from me. Some pretty terrible shooting there though, folks. Jump, and he's not fired, so there may have been a heat issue there, I'm not too sure. He'll now have got rid of most of that heat though, so he should be okay at this point in time. This Jenner has got an insane amount of like evasion chevrons here, so I'm just going to leave him alone for now. Got him nice and unsteady there, which is good. And I think the Jenner has made the very, very silly mistake of going onto another building, and he's already got damaged legs, so I think you know what is coming next. I always feel pretty bad doing this, because we are basically murderizing civilians here to take tactical advantage, but I don't make the rules. Yeah, that should be enough to take him out, actually. So he's like, we only destroyed his legs on there. I don't think we did like 1 point of damage on any other part of him. So that was quite nice. Big hunchback now, so he's going to play tank for us and really kind of get here to try and soak some of the damage up. I am going to try another precision shot here and try and take this leg out. Don't think we've got it, but we've got enough stability damage there so he can't run. And that's only really what I'm concerned about. And Vortex, you may be able to do the honours here and take this chap's legs out. Yeah, you should be able to do this. Oh, well. Decided to hit his right torso with a Gauss rifle, so we've knocked him over. But he's back on his feet right away, but he can't run because he's lost a leg. So yeah, he's a real walking coffin at this point. He's just got that. I think he lost both his AC2s. He probably has one, or yeah, he'll have one M laser left. Yeah, so he did his alpha strike there. Poor guy. Callisto, next Callisto, I think we'll just get to finish off this blackjack. See, the weapon loadout on the Wolverine's pretty terrible with those LRMs and UAC2. But I don't have any LRM options on the medium max. So I just wanted something in there. That's kind of why I went for that option. There are other reasons as well, like the way that mech is kind of working is just purely from long range. So you can kind of just keep it from afar and just firing, which is kind of how I like to play mechs that I'm using in like a command like method. We'll do some nice damage here to the Panther. Have we knocked him over there? I think we have. That's good. That makes him a sitting duck now for Talon. Not enough to kill him though. She must have missed all his centre torso then. And yeah, Callisto probably will get the final shot here. Lovely stuff. Right, so that's the first drop done. All targets eliminated, sit tight, very nice. Nicely done, Commander Durant. I knew that I could count on you. My personal dropship is currently en route to New Wrens, where Tieska Norcus, static, connection lost. So much for keeping in touch with our client. Does the timing of that feel a little suspicious to anyone else, or is it just me? Oh, it's suspicious, alright, Commander. We just received a tight beam message from the Emerald Dawn, courtesy of Tieska Norcus. So she is the partner, isn't she, of the chap that we just murderized. You're going to want to see this when you get back.
Mission successful.
Yeah, she probably won't be best pleased, I'd imagine. So we've got a nice bonus payout there. Some 10% increases from all the reinforcements and whatnot. No internal structure damage done, and everyone got a kill. Callisto got 3 mech kills as well, so it's kind of working. And I do have some heat management, and I have a little heat bank, which is probably completely unnecessary. But yeah, hey ho, it doesn't matter. And yep, there was no salvage there that I wanted, so I'd made the right decision taking the cash for sure. So, here it is, Commander, the message that the Emerald Dawn type beamed us from New Wrens. Buckle in, it's kind of a doozy. Hello, Davian Pig. Wow. You're a mercenary, I know, but you're taking Cunningham's money. That makes you little better than a Davian. I am a Davian. She can call me a Davian Pig, it's fine. I think I just killed her husband or partner or whatever, so it's fine. And most definitely a pig. If you're willing to wallow in that woman's for a paycheck, you deserve nothing but contempt. I just wanted you to know that while you were killing my husband, there we go, my people were out gathering hostages, civilians captured from the safe zone beyond the conflict space. Oh, it's a very Capellan move. I'm calling these wretched civilians because that's what Lady Cunningham considers them. The truth is that they're quislings. They're turning their backs on their heritage and embrace Davian rule, and I've got nearly 24 of them right here with me in the heart of New Wrens. Quislings, for those of you who don't know, is the term used for a traitor. It comes from Norway in World War II. The chap that was kind of the puppet de facto governor, whatever you want to call him, of the Nazi party was called Quisling, hence why the term stuck. You're after me, I know. There's no sense in murdering my husband and leaving me in peace. Well, I want you to know that you can't kill me, not without knocking over an entire building full of people, including the hostages. That won't be a good look for Lady Cunningham or for her Davian masters. Unless you want to wash your hands in innocent blood, you're going to have to leave us the hell alone. Fly back to whatever frontier cesspool you crawled out of, just down the road in Mendham. I mean, probably a nicer planet than this one. Go crawl into New Avalon and see if House Davian will take you. If you want to be their creature, show enough conviction to commit to it. Either way, this isn't your fight, not anymore. Okay. I've had no luck getting in touch with Lady Cunningham's dropship. I don't know if the Emerald Dawn is jamming out of mission somehow, or if there's something wrong with her dropship comms. Who knows? Whatever the reason, she isn't picking up, and that means that we can't ask her to clarify how she wants us to handle this. And that puts us in a rock and hard place. If Tieska Norcus isn't dead before Lady Cunningham's dropship touches down, we're going to be in a breach of contract with House Davian. Hell, Norcus may even launch an attack on Cunningham's dropship. I wouldn't put it past her. On the other hand, Norcus just made it impossible for us to complete our mission without also blowing up a building and killing a couple of dozen innocent civilians. Well, Quislings, I think they were called. I think you know which direction I'm leaning towards here, now that I've said that. Yeah, it's a really not a good situation, yeah. I think we all get the picture. So, boss, which option is less terrible? Do we accept the civilian casualties and complete the operation, or do we leave an annoyed, recently widowed hostage-taking terrorist alive and kicking? Well, as any negotiator knows in that kind of sphere, you never, ever negotiate with terrorists because it just leads to an escalation. We don't have an employer to kind of tell us what to do here, so, and I don't want to annoy House Davian because of reasons that I cited at the beginning of this episode. So, we're going to do this one. Lady Cunningham said that killing Cuss was imperative. Hostages or no hostages, that's what we're going to do. Roger that, Commander. I don't like it, but I agree that it's what we need to do. I'll get down to the barracks and make sure that our mech warriors are ready to launch. At least I won't have to worry about tonnage restrictions this time around. And I'll say a prayer for the innocent souls we've just condemned. Look, killing Norcus is the only way forward, Farrow. If word spreads that we won't fire on hostage checkers, every Op 4 we go up against will start snatching people off the streets. A very good point. And we can't have that. I understand, Commander. Do what you need to do. I'll be in my room if you need me. Yeah, it is a tough situation, but I think, speaking as someone who is a proud like House Davian supporter, I would rather be dead than live under Capellan rule. And that's just how I'm going to say that to myself tonight before I go to bed. So yes, we are going to kill some civvies, but the alternative is living under an evil communist regime. So it's an easy choice. Right, so we are... Well, did it say there are no tonnage restrictions this time? We'll take a little bit of salvage. We'll take 1 point of salvage, but we'll take over 500,000 sea bills here. And we do have tonnage restrictions. I'm sure that he just said there were no tonnage. It doesn't matter. Right, we'll take a bit of a different lance this time. Now I think we'll drop out Callisto. We'll drop out Cricket. I'll put the Blackjack in, and I will put the Kintaro in as well. Let's just move this, shuffle this around a little bit. That looks nice to me. We'll keep the Hunchback there, though. Very, very useful as a tank. I'll use the same mech warriors. Lucy is also kind of, again, in the lore that I wrote for the Dust Corners. Boudica does pilot Lucy for a while as well. So kind of a nice episode for Boudica this. She gets to use both her like traditional mechs. So let's go ahead and deploy. So yeah, this is pretty horrible that what we've got to do here, but I don't really see any way around it given that we committed to destroying insurgents. I suppose if not for the kind of mechanics of the game that we are operating mechs, it probably would have been better to kind of sending a team to this building to try and take them out and then like free the hostages, but that isn't an option in this game. So we're going to have to just go in and ground and pound these buildings and the poor civvies and everyone in them. Not sure what the alternative is here, but knowing how kind of House Davian are, if we kind of go against their instructions, they'll be very angry with us. Now they'll probably just be mildly angry with us, but probably not so bad given that we're kind of doing what they want us to do anyway. And that, honestly, beyond all the kind of narrative stuff of this game, that is really all I care about. I really want to kind of make friendly with House Davian. Your Davian masters aren't going to like this scum. There are 24 flag-waving Fed citizens in here who are going to wind up in pieces if you don't stand down now. That's a damn shame, but if you want to hide behind human shields, we're in no position to stop you. What we can do is keep you from making any more victims. Nothing will change if you kill me. You may have outgunned us, but we're fighting for our home. Whatever happens today, the Emerald Dawn will live on. You don't get it, do you? We don't care whether your political movement survives or not. We are just a paycheck to Samiri. Wow. Mercenary pig, you believe in nothing, and I will reduce you to nothing. I will make you pay for my husband's death. Right. Ooh, this is an interesting map here. This looks like crates. I don't think I've seen that before. I must have done. Just not seen it like that colourful. It's very, very nice. Right, so we have got... what have we got here? 1, 2, 3 buildings to destroy. What I'm going to do, I'm going to be quite cautious in this one. I get the feeling it might be pretty tough. So we will... I think I'm going to come up from this side. I bet you anything there's like a garrison or reinforcements or something like that. I think I'm going to run everyone... Oh, actually, am I on a... Oh, I'm in a plinth here, aren't I? Ugh, that's annoying. Okay, we'll run back down here then. That's the only thing that I don't like about the city missions. Kind can happen sometimes that where you just can't, unless you're at a specific camera angle, you can't see that you are like elevated. I am actually going to use Buckaroo though to kind of do some scouting for us here though. So we'll send him over this way, and everyone else can kind of just run down this road at the back. Again, just going to keep him like out of sight to any potential turrets. Here we are. So we've got our first catch of the day, a 55-ton mech. So we are having much bigger mechs thrown at us now. Just going to keep everyone, I think, use the buildings as cover and try to kind of draw them out to us, because they will no doubt have turrets, probably, maybe. So I don't want to get caught with too much flak, given that I'm only running a medium lance here. And we kind of sprung the trap now. Well, sorry, no, not yet. We'll spring the trap when he gets down here. We've put the trap in place though. I'm just going to sense lot this chap and see what it is. It's a Shadowhawk, the 2D, which is the good variant of the Shadowhawk. Can even get down here actually. I don't know if they can. Maybe not. This yeah, it's not doing many favours, this topography. Oh, we can actually go. Okay, that's the option for us then. We will run our lance up there. So I'm actually just going to peek my head out here, maybe draw some fire, which is fine because we've got lots of evasion chevrons, and ooh, got a lovely jump there as well. We're in the trees. Okay, it's the building. We might as well take that.
Good shot, Commander. Enemy structure down.
Target site demolished.
So we'll try and lull them into this area here. That will mean that they do get cover, but we have a bit of cover as well. So I'm quite comfortable doing this. We could actually bring this other building down here as well if we want to generate some like bigger areas of cover. Get in the trees there with Hugo. He can soak up some damage and get all those little defensive bonuses from being in cover.
Commander,
I think we'll jump. Yeah, let's jump down there. We'll do a sensor lock. It's a bit cat and mouse this mission, I think. Got a Phoenix Hawk there. Ooh, lots of stray shots, but that's fine. We're in the trees. I definitely am going to take that building out. I think that's where I'll kind of make a stand there.
I copy.
Shall I actually... Tempted to do a precision strike there. We can do such great damage with a Kintaro.
Roger that.
Yeah. Brilliant. Shaved off so much armour. I love the Kintaro. It's a really, really great mech. That must be turrets then. But that's fine. That's why we definitely need cover going in here. Otherwise we're going to get absolutely smashed. Boudica. 55% there. We've got this building as cover though, so quite happy to do this. Ooh, I think that might have been a stray shot on one of our target buildings, actually, I think. Is it? No, I don't think it is, actually. I think it's the building just behind that. That's a shame.
Reporting. Minimal damage.
All good thus far, though. They're not really coming at us with anything too big here. So we've got some nice cover. We've got 3 big mechs with really good levels of firepower, so we should be fine. We'll go in now and try and get some nice shots off on this Phoenix Hawk with a Blackjack. This is very much like a Star League Blackjack. It's got 2 impulses and 2 LB2Xs, and that's with a jump. So really, really nice heat management there as well. You can see, I think we can get in about 2 alpha strikes, and then we'll have to drop an impulse, but that's brilliant. Lovely, lovely stuff. Oh, wonderful.
target's taken a critical hit.
And he's brought the Shadowhawk up on high, which works by me because I was going to target that building. And he's dared to get into the structure of Lucy. Shocking. Okay, well, we'll bring Hugo to cover Lucy, and we'll take down this building.
Confirmed.
70 damage on each leg there. That's quite nasty.
Got something you want done?
And yeah, I think we're just going to pile into this Shadowhawk here. Should knock him over. Oh, awesome. Jumping on buildings, not the best idea, I don't think. I do it, I mean, I think I've done it with a blackjack over there, but I think it's only worth doing when you've kind of guaranteed that your opponent is just not going to like tactically take it out, because it does such damage to your legs that you just, you know, especially if you're like early on in a mission, it can be pretty devastating to you. Boudica now, she's got some damage here on the left arm, so we'll retreat back, show our right hand side to the opposition, and I think we're just going to try. I don't want to show my rear arc here, but we'll show just enough. Maybe take this Phoenix Hawk out here. Oh, wonderful. Not sure what happened then. I don't know if we got a center torso hit or we got the ammo hit and that did the pilot injury, and I'm not sure. So they're attacking Lucy, but that's fine because she has got her injured arm, I think, out of the way there, I think. Ooh, rear attack. Yeah, they're really, really going for the Gauss rifle, which is understandable. But they've kind of shown their card now because the rest of my mechs can go in and, you know, like smash these guys up. We are definitely going to focus on the Shadowhawk because that's still got a relatively strong complement of weapons. We've done pretty devastating damage there. I don't even know if it's got any weapons left after that. But remember, the Shadowhawk does have a very, very good physical attack. So what I'll do is I'll just do a physical attack here with Jerome. Hopefully finish this guy off, which we don't, which is super annoying. Yeah, I'm just going to have to finish you off with the blackjack then. Take one of the impulses off here. So they've got two light mechs on us. That's still not great because they can spot for the turrets. And no doubt they'll be focusing on poor Lucy. Oh, maybe not. They're doing sensor locks. Weird. That's fine by me. They can target these two, Hugo and Jerome all day long. Big tanks in the woods there, whereas the Enforcer is like a lighter mech, 50 tons, and more of a jump skirmish mech. Now, Boudica, luckily, she gets to go first, which is super lucky because she has that skill. So she'll, the extra tactic skill, which means that she won't get absolutely smashed now because she can retreat backwards. And, I think that's quite nice, actually. We'll take a precision shot, I think, on this javelin. Oh, drop one ERM laser. But yeah, usually a Gauss rifle on a light mech is usually enough to take off an arm or a torso. So now they'll move, but not sure if they... Oh, they are going for... Yeah, of course they are. And missed. Spider missed. That was handy. But now they're going to get absolutely wrecked because we'll go in and do a physical attack here with Hugo. Left arm destroyed, so don't think he'll have any weapons left. Doesn't look like it. He didn't shoot anyway. Got some terrible percentages here. Well, we might as well take them. If we hit with enough of these SRMs, we'll probably take out the right-hand side. No, the percentages weren't good enough. And Blackjack now. Do you have any weapons left? No, you don't. Two SRM6s that are both destroyed. We've got the elevation bonus here, so let's Alpha Strike. This should definitely take out the right-hand side. Yeah, nice. The annoying thing about spiders, though, is that they have their two M lasers in the centre torso, which is kind of annoying because it doesn't matter how many arms or torsos you destroyed, they can always fire. So it's good for them, obviously. It's a good little manoeuvre for the mech itself. Lucy's heat here is really quite terrible. So, oh, centre torso is pretty smashed up though. Let's go and 40% on the Gauss rifle though. We'll take the Gauss rifle out. We'll just do 2 ERM lasers. Not enough. Oh, Lucy might be getting pilloried here. Oh, I think that hit on the leg, which was good. They're really trying to kind of like wreck the Enforcer, which is super annoying. There we are, you see, the 2 M lasers in the centre torso firing, but she's still holding up. That will certainly be enough for these 2 idiots, though. They're going to die very, very shortly. We'll do a multi-strike here. Let's try and take these fools out. How dare they target my beautiful, beautiful Enforcer. So there goes 1. Can we do a double kill? No, but I don't think it will be too difficult to take this chap out. We'll drop the UAC-10 here. Nice. So we've destroyed the garrison. We've got 2 more buildings to destroy, plus we've got turrets. So I'm just going to sprint everyone up here. The turrets can't do anything to us, really. They kind of can. They can sense lock and then attack that way, but I'm not too worried. Boudica, we'll bring her in, but I just want to kind of hold her back now. For now, drop as much heat as I can and draw any fire that the turrets give on the other 3 mechs, because they can deal with it.
Warning. Enemy reinforcements detected.
Ooh. Okay, so we've got more mechs coming. That's nasty. Well, let's just try and wreck these turrets while we're over here. Yeah, there are more mechs coming. This could get very interesting. It's a really tough mission, this. And they're outflanking us. Okay, well, Jerome, you can hopefully... We really need to take this this turret out. That's doing a nasty job of, like, scouting for everybody there. Oh my goodness. We've got a hunchback. Are you serious? It's a laser hunchback, though, so that's not too bad. Luckily, we've got a lot of cover. Oh, this could get really, really brutal. Some nice stray shots there on whatever's behind. We should be alright. I mean, we have been predominantly in cover with all those medium mechs. What I might do, though, I might actually use Boudica to go turret hunting while the others take on that lance. What's her ammo like? She's got 12 left, so she's still got more than enough weaponry here. I really don't want her to be kind of in the fight. I'm going to do it. I'll bring her back. She can Gauss rifle that 45% there. What's the precision strike going to offer us? 17% on the head. We didn't get the head, but we did get the shot. That's fine. Okay, it's a 20 ton and... Oh, they've got a Raven there. So they've got some electronic equipment, which is slightly annoying. Everyone else is kind of okay, I think. I might try actually do some manoeuvring here. I'm actually going to try and bring them back to this line. Excuse me, I got itchy nose. That'll kind of put us out of the immediate vicinity of those turrets. So yeah, let's try do this. We can do it and keeping cover. That's good. If I fight in that centre zone there, you see, I think they'll kind of pick up on the other side, and the turrets, they'll basically be spotting for the turrets. So I really, really don't want that to happen. So I'm just going to sprint everyone down in this vicinity here. Try and keep in the cover, drop some heat. Good mission this though, a tough one, but an interesting one. This is why I really like the tonnage restrictive missions though. We've got 2 more 50-ton mechs as well, and one's a trebuchet, so they're going to be LRM spamming us to death. Ooh, got some rear attack there, but luckily he missed. See, that's the brutal thing about being in that vicinity there. We're just going to get absolutely like double flanked or flaked by the turrets and the reinforcements. Now, Boudica, can you get anywhere near these turrets? You can, which is good. She has got an injury on the left arm. So let's show our right hand side to the turrets. She hopefully will have enough to take out these turrets with one, like... That's ridiculous. Yeah, horrible. Just going to keep... I'm literally going to retreat back with these guys. I think if we stay out in the open there, we're going to get absolutely smashed. Just going to move here, though, and brace. Oh! It's a rear shot. Oh, it's not too bad. Again, they hate Lucy. Absolutely hate her. Going to try and like draw them out a little bit now, though. So let's. Yeah, really want to stay in the trees. That's good.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
That's fine. I'm actually fine with the LRM spams as long as it's not like on a rear and we're in. We've got some level of like protection, like in the trees. Ooh, took another building out there. We destroyed a heat sink on the Hunchback, which is useful because it's running the M laser spam Hunchback. Are we going to lose our Gauss rifle here? Maybe. Yeah, 16 left. That is absolutely awful. I probably will have to sacrifice the Gauss rifle, actually. Left arm. Okay, well, we'll at least get it by the turrets, and I think that might put us out of visibility. Let's just do this as smart as possible. We can't get hit by the turrets there directly. Ugh. Okay, so it's left arm damage, so we'll go... Let's just try to do this at least. Get the Gauss rifle in that. Now hopefully they just leave poor Lucy alone. Good. And focus on the tanks. This is good. Got some nice cover there though. She's quite far away from the other mechs, and she's got a building between her and the turrets, which is super useful, obviously. Now, Hugo, you can come out firing, I think, here. That fleet, we can't get a shot on the Hunchback because the Raven is doing its shenanigans and tricks. So let's instead, again, I'm quite happy for them to kind of come to me in this vicinity while those turrets are standing, and we've still got like more than enough armor left in these mechs, so we'll just go for the flea. He's doing some spotting here, so we'll try and, well, it's a good start. We're taking the left arm out. And that's this is a weird situation now. So that's was that the Hunchback with his medium laser spam? But it's like we can't see him because of the shenanigan tricks by the Raven. We can see him now though that he's fired. I'm going to do another precision strike here because he's very, very dangerous. Nice. So I think that's taken out most of his M lasers. It's fine though. We're okay. We're okay as long as we're in the trees. I feel a lot more comfortable about things. Ooh, now what to attack with you? We've got some pretty nasty heat build up here, but I think if we stay where we are, we can. Let's just try. I'm more thinking about the stray shots here, so I can kind of target the flea, and if it misses, the chances are it'll hit the hunchback. So let's try and do that. Another heatsink destroyed. Yeah, lovely stuff.
Everything you've got.
That hunchback was the big threat there. I'm not really concerned with the others. Nice. I'm so glad that they are hitting the lance here, or the three, well, the two tank mechs and Buckaroo, as opposed to poor little Lucy. Now we're gonna have to be smart how we do this. I really don't want to run in too quickly, especially given that the last time I alpha striked them, they didn't blow up. What to do? I think we'll sprint over here. Stick a little bit of heat, and then we'll come out on this flank firing when we've got enough to alpha strike with. Right, Hugo, your heat is good. Vortex, your heat is terrible. So you go. You've got full armor as well, pretty much. So you go and hit up this flea. Keep your back turned to that building so they can't rear shot you. Very good. That'll sink a nice bit of heat as well, which should mean we can fire with most weapons on the next turn. The trebuchet is still under the protection of the Raven. Yeah, we are getting to a point now, I think, with Darkstar where he's getting really badly beaten up. We're gonna keep in the cover for sure. Show our left hand side here because that's slightly less beaten up, and the only other thing against us there is the Raven, which doesn't have the best levels of weaponry. I think we'll do a cheeky. This is completely useless. The Blackjack has a terrible physical attack, but we did that to sink heat and to just give a little bit more cover to the Hunchback. Did I say? I think I can't remember what I said. I meant to say the Blackjack has terrible attack. I might have said the Hunchback has terrible physical attack. Now, can we go in for a cheeky strike here? Oh, she can only jump and do it, which isn't great. Where's the other? Oh, quite risky. Left. If we do that, we should be all right. That really shows the right hand side, and the other mechs won't even try to destroy us because they've got far bigger things to think about. And that is so ridiculous how it can't it cannot destroy a turret. That's so frustrating. I might have to bring the Blackjack in here to do some support for her because that is dreadful. Okay, yeah, let's do that. It's got good levels of armor anyway, the Blackjack. So even though he's showed his back, it's fine. I just really don't want to be attacked by one of these turrets on the Enforcer. Now, ooh, he's turned his back to us here. I think we're definitely going to have to take that. Oh, lovely. We can alpha strike as well. That's fantastic. Stop all that shenanigans of the ECM, which is good. The trebuchet, yeah, we'll just fall back a little bit, take an alpha strike. Destroyed the left arm there. I think that's where its LRMs, or some of its LRMs are. Oh, I thought he was going to attack the Enforcer then. I was like, no, don't do that. Again, this is dangerous because her attack is just, it's not weak, it's just really, really terrible against these turrets. It basically takes out almost everything. Yeah, again. Well, we can use, now I know that I've got the, ow! I can't believe it did that. Now I know, sorry, that I've got the blackjack to do some support. That's fine, actually.
Roger that.
Just the LBXs will do here.
Target locked.
Nice. Yeah, this mission is
One left turret.
really, really quite tough. I'm kind of glad that I have a Star League S Lance here with lots of like Lost Tech equipment, because otherwise I think I would have really, really struggled. Left torso destroyed now. I really don't want another hit on poor Boudica, so this guy really... Oh, in fact, I don't think I can kill him, because the Kintaro is building up a hell of a lot of heat here. We can just get some SRMs in, so this might be enough. Excellent. Well, we did well there. Very glad about that. And Boudica can now hopefully start to take out the building targets. That's 2 destroyed, 1 more to go.
One left structure.
Ready for orders. Confirm.
And this should be enough.
Confirm.
Nice. I'm really, really happy with that. You know, 8 mechs and 4 turrets and 4 of... No, well, sorry. 2 of those mechs were mediums, like the Hunchback and the Trebuchet. What else was there? Raven and... Can't remember what else was in the reinforcements, but whatever it was, we did well then. Okay, they're talking about Lady Cunningham doing the dropship, that's fine.
Mission successful.
So we'll see what Lady Cunningham has to say, and then we'll end the Flashpoint here. And then see what prize we get as well. Nice level of payout there. It's nearly 700,000 C-bills. That's amazing. I mean, look at them kill rates. Wow. Jerome absolutely smashing into the opposition. That's lovely to see. A little bit of structure damage there, but quite a bit. So we did well just to come out of that without any like lost limbs, I think. Any nice, weird and wonderful electronic equipment? No. Got an M-Laser double plus with the crits. Not interested in that really. But we might as well take it, because I'm not interested in any of the mech components. So, here we are. Commander Durant, I just touched down to tour the ruins of the Emerald Dawn's HQ, and do you know what I found? Civilian bodies, dozens of them. This is more collateral damage than I expected to see. We weren't thrilled about it either. If your ship's comms hadn't have cut out on us, we'd have asked for you for confirmation before pulling the trigger. Yes, well, what's done is done. Yeah, that's pretty cold. And at the end of the day, T.S. and Norcus was the one who put those people in harm's way. With a little luck, I should be able to spin this tragic loss of life in House Davian's favour. I'm glad you're so understanding about this. I'm surprised but glad. Out of curiosity, how are you going to get around the fact that the hostages were killed in a Davian combat operation? By shifting the blame. You mercenaries aren't called deniable assets for nothing. You're going to pin their deaths on us and wash your hands of it. With luck, there'll be no need for that. I will condemn the Emerald Dawn's wanton disregard for human life, and its new compliant leadership will accept the blame. If anything, the human tragedy of the slain hostages should swing public opinion in our favour. But if that doesn't happen, you'll throw us under the bus to protect your own reputation. Well, yes, Commander. At the risk of sounding blunt, that is what we pay you for. Besides which, destroying that building was your decision, not mine. I never said anything about killing any hostages. Because your comms were down. You know, a suspicious man might think you'd have taken them offline on purpose, but then that'd imply you knew what Norcus, that's a horrible name, was planning ahead of schedule. You're free to entertain whatever outlandish theories you wish, Mr. Vatanen, but I'm afraid that you'll have to do it on your own time. There's a great deal of work still to be done, and my attention is needed elsewhere. I will transfer your payment directly, Commander, until next time. You know, for once, I'd like to take one of these gigs and not have to wind up with a great house screwing us somehow. It'd be really refreshing change of pace. It's infuriating, I know, but if Lady Cunningham wants to let things roll downhill, it's our job to catch it. Hell, plausible deniability is at least half the reason why the great houses hire companies like ours in the first place. It's very true. That's the best idea I've heard all day. Pack it in, everyone. We're done here. Okay, what prize do we get? We only got 500,000 C bills, though. not the best. No, I will never use it. I always see like a plus on the AC weaponry and get excited, but then it kind of triggers in my mind I only use UAC and LB weaponry. The LB pluses are quite nice there. L laser plus, okay. AC 10, no, that's a pretty terrible haul, to be honest. But they can't all be winners. I feel like I've had some pretty dross levels of like prizes thus far, but hopefully that will get better as we go further into the Flashpoint. Anyway, that was good. I really enjoyed that. That second mission was a nice challenge and a really good example of how this game works with tonnage restrictions and how like you can take like lots of waves coming at you and reinforcements and the turrets and everything else, but you just have to know a little bit about tactics, and most importantly, you need to be able to get access to lost tech weaponry. What really game changed that particular mission for us was the Gauss rifle. We were able to kind of do, in fact, maybe not, because unfortunately even the Alpha Strike wouldn't destroy the standard turrets on the Enforcer, but things like having the LB2 X's and the Impulses on the Blackjack made a difference. Obviously, like the Hunchback having the UAC-10, it just means that the opposition can't deal with the level of damage output that you have, no matter how much they really throw at you. It's obviously within reason. If they threw like 4 or 5 lances at us, they'd grind us down and destroy us. But 2 lances and 4 turrets, what you would expect to see, you'd get absolutely smashed on. The level of survivability is actually okay as long as you use cover correctly and tactics and have the lost tech weapons. Anyway, I think on that note I'll end it. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll hopefully catch you next time.